battery of questions.
7 questions.
You ask me 100, I don't care. As long as it prolongs the game, makes it better. Maybe somebody might hear something I might say, like I have heard in the past, and it triggered me to do other things.
Beautiful. All right, here we go. What's your name?
My name is Raul Fantauzzi.
Do you play paddleball, handball, or are you a fan or a spectator?
Can I brag? I started playing handball when I was 28 years old. I didn't care anything about it. I only played because my brother was always on his wall. And when I would come home from track practice, I'd see my little brother with a whole bunch of older people and this real pretty girl playing handball. But I couldn't see myself talking to her because as beautiful as she was like a Barbie doll. She was there with all them guys. She was the only girl. Now she was an excellent handball. And one day she wanted to meet me. I still didn't go. No, because you're my girl. I don't want you 25 grown men hanging out here in the ball line. I was always kind of old-fashioned like that. I tried out for the Olympic team for the 100 and the 200.
Do you mind speaking
tried
louder?
Huh?
Do you mind speaking louder? I'm so sorry.
Should I get closer? I ran track. I tried out for the USA team in 76, 80, and 84, which I can't find any footage now except my personal 8 cookies. I missed being looked at. Now I said being looked at by the USA team. I missed it by 0.3 of a second.
Really?
The 200 I ran 21.2. I would have been looked at if I ran 21 flat. They would just talk to me. And then in the 100 meters I ran 10.3, which I needed 0.3 off of that. That was close to the world record at that time. 0.3 is about a half a foot. I was discouraged. 12 years of training, didn't get to where I was supposed to go. Because my initial running track was to get my parents out of the situation they were in, and jobs were very, very hard back then in 70, 72, like that. I had a little job, $2 an hour, that wasn't cutting it. Working in a radio shop, soldering transistors onto circuit boards. And then one day, I had nothing to do, and I was discouraged. I was kind of getting depressed. So my brother, it was 10:30 at night, and my brother says, "Why don't you just try this?" And I said, "Man, that's such a time waster, man. Can't you find some other sport? This ain't gonna pay your bills, ain't gonna do nothing." But my little brother, so I started hitting the ball. He showed me some rules. He showed me some maneuvers. The next day I showed up where the girl was. Her partner jumped off and I dived into his place, and all I knew how to do was hit it with all my might. I had absolutely no idea what was going on, but because I was fit and I used to do the rings in gymnastics and stuff, we kept winning. We won 5 games in a row. Then I sat down on this big old rock, and then she became my girlfriend.
Really?
5 years of that.
Oh, wow.
And then she started the stuff. Where were you? The park? Were there girls in the park? Let me see your hands. I'm not going to have that. So that led to some uncomfortable things, and then we just went separate ways. But that first year I played handball, no left. No left hand on my end. No idea about the rules or how to set somebody up. I entered the tournament and came in 3rd place. And they gave me a trophy half my size for 3rd place. In track and field, they give you a medal this small. And you got to beat out about 200 people. So I entered the first tournament, and that's when I met this guy named Raul, who was the top 8 player at that time, who wound up winning the tournament. I played him in the semifinals, lost 21-14. But Louis was such a nice guy, so I started to practice. The following year, I became number 8
in the country.
It was a system of ranking called the pyramid. There's a gentleman sitting over there that was number 4, who was my initial first game in the village where it used to be the Mecca. And I managed to slide past him 31-30, but he's always been my friend. He never looked at me any other kind of way. Other people that I have beaten or won don't talk to me even up to today. That's like 40 years ago. But I became kind of obsessed with the game. then I became left-handed because I kept training. The third year of me playing, I became the #1 player in this country.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But because of handball, they can't pay your bills. That's why Mr. Luther Daniels and Rich Hart were trying to bring more of a promotion to the game, so that maybe with more good attention, maybe some sponsors to pick it up. Maybe you could get to the Olympics next year. It deserves to be in the Olympics. So then, I reigned. I was on that top 10 list between 1 and 10 about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, I did the Spalding, which was the hardest ball to play with, the ball of the time. Traveled about 100 miles an hour, and then I took a year off to learn this game to play big league, which was a whole different matter because I couldn't do tricks that I used to do with the ball maker. I couldn't do anything with it. But the following year, I became the 6th best player with this big crew, and I tried to beat everybody. Now, being older than everybody else, I came in at 28. So being older than everybody else, I was in my late 40s and I was still winning.
Really?
Then I started to play doubles a little bit because I didn't really play doubles. I figured the singles was the beginning. And then I went into coaching handball and track for 40 years, high school level.
Can you explain to me your favorite handball or paddleball shot?
Paddleball what?
Your favorite handball or paddleball shot?
Oh, shots.
Yeah.
Paddleball I don't know much about.
Okay.
I was just trying to learn a little bit, but handball, my favorite shots for me, or did I see somebody else do?
For you? That you do.
I had a good serve.
Really?
Yeah, my serve could probably touch the sideline and the short line at the same time at an angle at 100 miles an hour.
Oh.
You could look me up to see it. A lot of people that were on that top 10 had a serve like that. The difference was, I was ambitious. I would get up at 4 in the morning, run from Knickerbocker Avenue to the ranch and back with a 20-pound best weight. And then I would go to school or work. And then I'd go to the gym. So I guess my favorite thing was probably to be the serve.
Okay.
I mean, and then how I was able to set you up. Because if you're right-handed, what are the chances of someone picking on your right hand, right? I picked on your strong points, and I try to neutralize it. So that helps.
How did you hear about this event today?
About this today?
Yes.
Well, of course, Victor calls me. Victor's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and I met a lot of people. Including celebrities. A lot of people, musicians, you wouldn't believe it. But when I first saw Victor, first he was in good condition. It's for a man's good condition. He combed his hair right. He always had something sporty, and even though he had all that going for him, he didn't treat anybody like they were less than him. He approached me, he said hi, I said hi. He showed up at the tournaments, because I've given 71 tournaments, probably 72, that I have for the community, for the kids, the gang members, the cops, for everybody. And Victor showed up and he would film, and then he had no qualms about giving us credit. And he kept highlighting me without even knowing me. And I started to respect that man a lot. Because I don't meet a lot of handball players or people that love this game like that. Most people that play this game, they're unemployed for the moment, problems at home, and they want to vent on this, I guess. But Victor's different. Victor has earned my complete gratitude and respect.
Nice. That's beautiful. What's the best part of the handball or paddleball sport to you?
The most beautiful people in the world have met. A lot of them are poor, like me, because you cannot make a living off this game unless you. I was coaching for high school level, so I was getting paid to do something I love.
Yeah.
And then I would invite all the good players to give a feeling at my kids. I loved my kids when I was coaching. I think the people are fantastic.
Really? Oh, that's beautiful.
Everybody's a character. And to me, like Tavo, I collect handball stuff. This crown belongs to Tavo. He gave it to me for my collection because he knows I collect handball stuff. Tavo is probably the best player in this country right now. I don't see anybody beating him. This belongs to him. He's one of the king of the court. And a lot of people have been pretty supportive of what I do. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank my wife, Hazel, for all the support.